Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Star Race Batman Ninja 1/6 scale figure unboxing and review video. Now today we are taking a look at the next figure in the line, being of course Catwoman. Now for those of you who don't know, I love this line. Not because I'm a huge fan of the film Batman Ninja, because to be totally honest with you, I think it's a bit weird. I don't love it. But what I do love is Elseworlds designs for classic DC characters. And I'm a huge fan of Japan and Japanese culture, so that's what I see this line as for me personally. Just a bunch of really awesome Japanese-inspired takes on some very classic comic book characters. Now I got mine from toyswonderland.com. Link for that is of course down in the description below. They do have 12-month installment plans and an awesome reward system. What we are going to do now though is get the box laying flat in the light box and do the unboxing. Here of course we have the box art for Catwoman, and I personally really do like it. We've got an awesome silhouetted image of Catwoman herself right up here on the front, with this really nice super high gloss gold logo in the center. We also do have those very classic looking Japanese waves. Now interestingly enough, down here we have normal/deluxe version. So if you are buying this, it's a little bit tricky to tell which one you're getting just by the front of the box. The deluxe version actually comes with this separate box taped to the top, and that's the piece that actually contains all of the additional deluxe accessories. On the side we do have the Batman Ninja logo. And interestingly enough, we do have a bunch more silhouettes on the back. Now so far we do have Batman, Joker, Catwoman and Harley Quinn announced, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got a few more of the Bat family. I know I personally would love to see them. But we're not really here to talk about that, we're more here to look at Catwoman. Now, Star Race is a relatively new company to me personally. I don't own a ton of their stuff, so I don't really know what to expect from this Catwoman. All I know is that it is a seamless body here, and they have also done moving eyes, so I am very curious to see how this all works. First in-hand impressions are, wow, this is quite surprisingly a rather heavy figure. I wouldn't be surprised if they're using a Fison body, but we'll explore that a little bit later in the video. She does come with one tray, so what we are going to do now is get all of her accessories laid out in the light box and take a closer look at everything she comes with. Here we have all the parts and pieces that go with Catwoman. Now starting off with the display base first, it's identical to the one that came with Batman. You do have a Batman Ninja logo and this gorgeous red bat symbol on the top. It's not the flashiest base in the world compared to the one that came with Lord Joker, but this definitely gets the job done. Now to go along with the base you get a dynamic flight pole, but the interesting part is the attachment method. There are these two prongs that actually slot underneath her harness on her back. It's a rather secure way of doing it, but her outfit is made entirely of mesh, so do be careful when you're slotting this in that you don't snag the outfit and do some damage. Now I do have the deluxe accessories on the right here, the first of which is her cat. It is a fully sculpted piece with not much articulation. You simply have a rotation at the head. In fact, the head is magnetic so you can detach it. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's totally something you can do. The bell at the front is also a real working bell. They've also used a pipe cleaner out the back for his tail, so it does have a wire and you can move it around, but it very clearly is a completely different color to the cat itself. I would have preferred just having it fully sculpted. I don't think there is much value in having a pipe cleaner here, specifically because it is such a vastly different color. The other pieces that she does come with are these little cat paw pad pieces. They kind of just slot onto the back of her hand around the wrist peg, and they do have some little nails painted on there and a ton of fur texture. I can't honestly see myself ever using those, so if I were you and the deluxe version was a little bit too pricey, I would say just go with the standard. These, though, I can absolutely see myself using. Now, yes, I can already hear the comments, yes, Justin, they're Wolverine claws on Catwoman. Not quite. These are some very classic ninja-style weapons. And, quite fittingly, they are being used by Catwoman. They attach in the same way as those paw pad pieces, just around the wrist peg, and the claws are really nicely done. A beautiful silver metallic, and they are rather sharp, so do be careful not to prick yourself. But if those are just a little bit too out there for you, you also get some regular hands with some painted on claws. So you don't necessarily have to use the Wolverine style ones to get the same Catwoman claw effect. Lastly, she does come with a whip. The whip part itself is a rubbery, stretchy plastic, and there is a little piece down the bottom there. The handle is also quite nicely painted in a silver metallic, and this really gorgeous teal blue color, which contrasts perfectly to the teal blue also on her outfit. What we are going to do now, though, is get Catwoman herself out here and take a closer look. Here we have her standing straight up and down in the light box, no crazy poses or accessories or anything like that. And oh yes, I am very happy. Star Ace, you've done an amazing job once again. This Batman Ninja line is going from strength to strength, and unfortunately, I don't think it gets enough love. Seriously, folks, forget the movie. Just look at them based on the costume design alone. It's super interesting. It's super visually diverse. That means all of the characters don't look identical. There is a ton of unique costuming at play here, and they work perfectly on the shelf for something that is absolutely eye-catching. And I can say that is unequivocally true of this Catwoman. The body choice is flawless, and we'll talk about that more in just a second. That, paired with the outfit, makes for an almost perfect version of Catwoman from Batman Ninja. I don't think I could have asked for a better job to be done by any other company. So yeah, Star Ace, you've done it again. I am very impressed. What we are going to do now, though, is take her off the rotating turntable, punch in, and take a closer look at the details. Here we have her up close and personal. Now, Star Ace have pulled out all the stops here. I'm 95% sure that the body they've used is a Phison/TB League product. It feels super sturdy and it looks great. Plus, there is definitely a significant amount of weight here, indicating there is a stainless steel skeleton on the inside. They've also done something up here at the head sculpt, which we'll touch on in just a second. First things first, though, it's painted very nicely. She does have the hair around the front and a big spiky mass out the back, and then you can bring the mask down if you'd like to hide some of her face. I definitely will be going with the mask down option for my display. I just really like the way it looks. But the cool thing isn't the mask, it's that you can remove the faceplate, then on the back she has two joysticks. You can actually move the eyes. That's the first time that I recall seeing this in the Batman Ninja line. It may be a hallmark thing that Star Ace likes to do, but as I said earlier, I'm not all that familiar with them as a company, but they're definitely intriguing me with some of their other releases, and I will be checking out the entirety of the Batman Ninja line. Now, this outfit potentially isn't for everyone, and I can totally understand that. She is very scantily clad. Yes, the entire outfit is done in a fishnet material, so you can see the skin tone underneath. so they absolutely had to go with a seamless body, and that's where Fison comes in, because they are the best seamless bodies on the market. I don't think that's up for debate, so I'm really glad they decided to use it. As for the various armor parts and pieces that are dotted around the costume, they're really nicely sculpted. They're very animated with the paint job being nice and flat, and I do like the indication of some little cat paw prints that are on the back of her guards here. She also has these big pieces down for the gauntlets. All of this stuff can move around and get out of the way when it comes to posing. That's one of the benefits of a seamless body wearing this full fabric mesh outfit. There's really nothing that can get overly damaged, so you should be able to go relatively crazy with your posing. Coming down to the belt, it's more of a belt/sumo style attachment, Catwoman logo on the front, than these straps that come down around her thighs. Now, to tie into the guards up on her arms, she has some more cat footprint logos on her knee pads, and then some very spiky pieces on her boot covers. Be careful with these, because they are nice and sharp. Lastly, coming down to the feet, she does have this very traditional Japanese style sandal look, but it still does have a heel out the back. Overall, for an outfit design that I didn't honestly love all that much before I got this figure in hand, I personally am very impressed. Now for a quick side-by-side comparison, here we have Catwoman alongside Batman Ninja Lord Joker from the same line. Now technically, I didn't buy this Catwoman to pair up with Joker, that would be kind of weird, but the Harley Quinn should be out soon, so we are slowly but surely building out the collection. But technically, if you did want to pair your Catwoman with Joker, say you're doing a Batman Rogues Gallery line, then yes, it can totally work. They're from the same line, so they do look relatively similar in terms of the very vibrant colors on Joker, which tie in perfectly to the vibrant teal blue on Catwoman. You can tell they're from the same family, but Joker's head sculpt is still a lot more detailed than Catwoman. Hers has this very smooth anime doll-like look about it, where Joker has a ton of texture and a ton of washes. Which style do I prefer? Well, obviously, Joker, it looks way more artistic, but Catwoman is also pretty awesome. And then, of course, here we have Batman alongside Catwoman, and these two look awesome standing together. I mean, this is why I bought Catwoman, to pair her with this particular version of Batman. The teal blue on her outfit and the fiery orange on Batman, it just works so well together. There is a lot of symmetry with the design. You do have these big honkin' boots, you've got their logos on the front of their belt, and they're both wearing black with a hint of grey, so they mesh very nicely together. Now, Star Race is also doing what they're calling a modern version of Batman from Batman Ninja before he was transported back in time to feudal Japan, and I am really excited to get that one in hand. But for now, these two are absolutely going together on the shelf. Just wrapping up on Star Race Batman Ninja Catwoman. Now, going into this, I was really excited, and I think for good reason. The Batman was fantastic. The Joker, I think, was even better. And now Catwoman is out. How does she stack up? She's definitely up there. They've done some great things in terms of the engineering. I love the moving eyes. The one questionable thing though is, why did they not include an alternate faceplate? It's not like there are likeness rights to pay for, it's an animated character. You've already got the magnetic removable face system in place. They could have very easily done that and included it as part of the deluxe accessories. Because, let's be honest, the cat with the mismatched coloured tail and the little paw pad wrist guard pieces, they're not the biggest incentive in the world to upgrade to the DX, so I would have loved some alternate faceplates. Even without them though, this figure is truly phenomenal. I love the body. I'm 95% sure, as I said earlier in the video, that this is made by TB League and Fison. It's very sturdy, I love the heft here, it feels like there is that tried and true stainless steel skeleton on the inside, and then it looks very proportionate, and it just works flawlessly with this bodysuit. Speaking of the bodysuit, it's all fabric, so you shouldn't really have any issues with creasing or tearing as long as you're careful and don't snag any of the mesh. Overall, is this figure worth it? Yes, if you're collecting the line, absolutely pick up Catwoman, and if you're just a fan of weird, wacky, out there Elseworlds designs for your DC characters, then this one still might be worth a look. Now, I got mine from toyswonderland.com. Link for that is of course down in the description below. They have 12-month installment plans and an awesome reward system. While you're down there, why not check out the link to 6 Scale Network, the awesome Facebook group. Come along, chat figures, share photos of your collection, and of course, see what's coming up next on the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.